Hello, friends. Have you ever been near a volcano or seen a volcano erupt? It's the most fascinating thing. And when I was in Hawaii, I got to go and hike on the volcano when it was actually erupting and hike through the lava field with live lava flowing through it. And it was so hot and so alive and kind of dangerous also because the new lava as it flows it quickly starts to um, harden and the outside turns light gray which kind of blends with the lava that's already hardened, and if you don't know, you have to be very careful where you're stepping, and you can also feel the heat especially when you get closer, and you can watch it like slowly just kind of like moving through and crackling, and also like watch the lava inside the volcano crater churning, and it makes you realize how powerful nature is and how new land is formed. And this is where all these islands came from, volcanoes erupting, and at first they begin under like on the ocean floor, and they're not visible, and they erupt and erupt and erupt, and little by little, they reach the surface, and they continue and continue and continue, and then they expand outward, and over time, you have an island. And in the case of the big island where I was watching the volcano erupt, because it's a newer island, the volcano is still active and continuing to add more and more to it. While in the process, also, um, let's say some people have settled places and the volcano is still active, since it's very alive and shifting and reshaping, it can wipe out some dwellings in the process of expansion. But the people are aware that this is nature, and they know that this is nature doing its thing, and ultimately the territory of the island expanding. So can't be mad at the volcano for destroying some things so it can build more. And that's what's happening with the feminine energy on Earth. The divine feminine is no longer just rising. The divine feminine is ready to erupt through all of us because we're ready for massive new expansion, and we've been confined for so long in these made up rules and boxes that everybody's suffocating on the inside. Like everyone's soul is like, oh, I cannot take this anymore. And we're done with all of these rules, and we're done with all of these things that make no sense, and it's time for a lot of old stuff to be gone and a lot of new stuff to be born. And that process is always violent in a sense and painful, but at the same time exhilarating, like any birth and any new thing, like the seed. In order for the seed to grow, it needs to break the safety of the shell so it can grow into a plant and reach the sunlight. So, from the moist darkness and comfort of the earth and the shell, it needs to expand through breaking. The same with the chicken. It needs to make a crack in the shell of the egg. And if it doesn't, it will die and suffocate inside. And this is the process of personal growth and self realization. And what we can call ego death. And the lobster is a living example, and the snake of constantly outgrowing and shedding old skins and being in that vulnerable state for a little bit and then growing into a new skin that's more comfortable. And as we grow mentally and emotionally and connect more with spirit, in order to embody more of our higher self within our vessel, we need to allow that process to take place and not resist it and not prematurely stop it, um, but simply surrender to it so we can expand. And naturally, that's happening on the microcosmic level and the macrocosmic as within, so without. So, a lot of us are going through these changes, transformations, evolutions individually, and then our individual awakening and expansion contributes to the collective expansion and evolution of consciousness. So in my book Holy Fire, I actually came up with a name for my publishing company, Sacred Lava Arts, and it's symbolizing that we need destruction for new creation. All these things go hand in hand, and um, think of it like when you're playing with the Legos and you create a house, and then you're like, okay, now I'm going to destroy it so I can build another one, right? And use the building blocks. So it's the same with what's happening on Earth right now. And we're actively participating in that transformation, and we're all contributing and elevating with the Earth, which is elevating in consciousness itself. And this time, we as humanity are not being wiped out like every other time, but this time we are evolving with the Earth, and it's challenging and it's exciting and it's a first. And yeah, allow it, allow that lava to flow from inside of you. Allow your soul to expand. Allow your soul to express itself. Allow that creativity to come from the inside. Because if there are things on the outside that we don't like, it's our nature to actually go within and create a new model to see reflected without. It's just that we have buried it so deep that we've forgotten how to use it, and we're trying to outsource our power to people on the outside and look for them to tell us what to do and where to look and how to be. Whereas the knowing has always been deep down inside of ourselves, and we are always connected to Source, we're always divinely guided. And if we learn to go within and be still and listen and know that we are God, we will get the guidance and the intuitive nudges, and we'll be able to follow and receive, like, what is your heart's desire? Can you receive it and see it possible and believe it and then be guided to achieving it? And this is the whole uh, idea behind co creation, to get in tune and align the mind and the heart with the desire of the soul, and flow like that and live in more bliss, more peace, more joy, more celebration. And instead of suppressing that fire of desire from within, actually express it by being deeply grounded and tuned into the cosmic, and being a vessel for that expansion and elevation of consciousness, and anchoring more love, joy, peace, bliss onto the earth and bringing heaven on earth. Really exciting, really fascinating. Holy Fire is available on Amazon, and yeah, I'm excited for you to read it, practice it, remember.